Hey guys, today we are going to be trying out the new Red Eye support. We're on Yu-Gi-Oh! Salvation, and we have a dead hand. What we are playing is the new Red Eyes deck. We're playing it with a bunch of hand traps, no back row, and we'll see how it goes. What we're trying to do here is basically get out our boss monster, which is a beastly fusion monster. It looks a lot like this. And get 3200 attack. He's got like an Armades effect, and at the end of the battle step, when he's attacked, he can return a Red Eyes monster from my graveyard to the deck and deal that much damage to the opponent. So if I'm attacking on an open board, I'm doing a lot of damage. So Void stuff looks like we're playing against Infernoids. Okay. So we actually opened with our Red Eyes Fusion, so we're going to get to see this go off right now. We'll hit the face down, because I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to show you the exact play I was just talking about. I'm not sure what these do. So it looks like it's just nothing that's going to stop my play. I should probably read what's going on, but no thanks. So we got to send a normal Red Eyes monster, and then a level 6 Archfiend. So we fulfill the requirements. We attack. We end our battle phase. Now, I know you're probably wondering why don't Silver's Cry up the Red Eyes and make it an OTK. I can't, sadly, because once you play Red Eyes, or if you play Red Eyes Fusion, you can't normal or special summon the rest of the turn. So we'll go ahead and send back the Archfiend. So my opponent's already down to 2,300 life points. So we're in a good spot. I'm sure he'll have something to answer this Black Dragon Archfiend. If he doesn't, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble, because I'm just going to Silver's Cry next turn. And, you know, if he doesn't anything too crazy, I do have Tragodia to back me up here. So I'm not really sure what this Infernite stuff does, but as you can see right now, I'm not too worried about it. More voidy stuff. Void Dream. And I don't know if you feel like reading this, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he misplayed. GG. Just a damn sorry. Don't know what he did wrong. I'm guessing he didn't want to play that first, or didn't want to special summon that. I think these are the new support. Basically, everyone's on Yu-Gi-Oh! Salvation to test out the new cards. So, I'm seeing a lot of Infernoids. I'm seeing Zephyra stuff. So, hopefully, I can get another game in real quick since that didn't count. Okay, we'll go get some again. He didn't really get to do anything. But I mean, you saw a very basic idea of what this deck does. Now we do have a Dragon Shrine. I'll show you how well this can work. I did play the 1 Meteor Dragon so I could summon that 3,500 attack guy if and when it ever came to fruition that I should. I will probably never actually do it. I actually had one spot left, and I decided I would just put that in, because then I could play Redox over Tempest for the obvious ability to resurrect from the graveyard with an Earth monster, because that guy's an Earth. So we went ahead and we actually... seems like a very neutral play, which I guess you can say that it is. I sent a regular Red Eyes and the Black Stone. Then I used the Black Stone effect to send the Red Eyes back and add the Black Stone back to my hand. But the Black Stone gets your deck rolling. You tribute it off to special summon a Red Eyes monster. So it has some really nice application there. Again, this deck is very reactive. I don't want to just put out... I could have just put out that same big guy on my first turn, but, I mean, what's the point? I don't know what my opponent's playing. I guess in this case I did. But I didn't want to just go ahead and, you know, leave myself wide open to, you know, a Snatch Steal or something stupid. Unless I was running Inferno Fire Blast, which I'm not, there's no real reason for me to do that. So, I think we're going to go ahead and use the Blackstone of Legend. Now keep in mind, if I use the Red Eyes Fusion, I can't normal or special the rest of the turn, so I don't really have a window to use these effects any other way. And we will get out a Red Eyes Light? No, we'll get out a Red Eyes Black Dragon so we can use our Silver's Cry if we need to. And we're just going to poke in for some damage here. We're not looking to end the game this turn. A combination of Snatch Steal and Red Eyes Fusion will seal it for us. We're not going to set our back row. I don't know what these are, but that went through without a hitch, so, I mean, it kind of gives us a little bit of an idea of what we're going against. As you can see, this deck isn't, like, super aggro, but basically you want to put all your damage on the field in one turn. So, this is a bunch of Infernoid stuff. I should probably be reading this, but, oh my god. All this Infernoid stuff. Man, imagine if I was playing, Fairy Wind. Fairy Wind. All your shit's gone. So I know this one lets him send Infernoids. There you go. Send up to 2 Infernoids. Now, if you control a monster that is not an Infernoid monster, send this card to the graveyard. During each turn, banish one of your Infernoid monsters, return to the graveyard. Return one Infernoid monster to the graveyard and add to your hand. So he's doing all sorts of stuff. I'm not really paying attention. So this is kind of recursion. This sets up your graveyard. Discard. One card, add 1 void. Okay, add 1 of the void. All Infernoids, level 2 or higher. Okay. That is a level 1 2800 attack. Cool. So I think he's going to get the option to attack again. So we'll go ahead and drop our Tragodia here. Now, if that stays at level 1, I'll be able to snatch it with, oh, okay, I'm gonna die. I was gonna say, I could snatch it with my, what's it called there? So I think we're just gonna go ahead and win here. I don't think any of this... I'm not sure what Void Dream does. Hang on. All Infernoid monsters you control with an original of 2 or higher become level 1, and all battle damage they inflict to your opponent becomes half. You can use send this face-up monster to the graveyard. Fusion summon 1 Infernoid monster. Okay, so he's got to use that on his turn. So we're just going to go ahead and win here. And you're going to just see the damage potential of the Red Eyes Fusion. Of Black Dragon Archery is what it's called. This guy out. Snatch Steal. That's not really going to help you. We're still going to kill you, sir. Now we simply... Oh, and he gave up. So, basically what would happen, we would attack for 32. Go look at our graveyard. Then we had the Archfiend we could return for another 25 points of damage. So that would have been 57 points. Hopefully we can get one more game in. That guy kind of rolled over and died both games. What can I say? A lot of huge damage potential in the deck. I guess... Oh, a new guy. We'll play one more game. Probably be playing Raid Raptors or something that just got supported announced. It's actually interesting. Right before I started recording, Robbie Cole and Cole40 put up a video talking about the differences between Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and Dev Pro. Then he alluded to a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro US that he didn't know much about. This is actually, it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! Salvation. It's still kind of in its inception stages. There's not a lot going on here. It's kind of hard to find games, especially at 1:49 a.m., but I mean, it seems to be coded just fine. Haven't had any real issues in that regard. Nothing's crashing. So in that regard, I mean, it's not bad. So we opened Gores, so I don't mind leaving my field wide open. Again, I'm running double Gores, double Tragodia for this exact reason. I don't run a lot of normal summonable monsters. Basically, it's just Blackstone and Eclipse Wyvern. But obviously we have the ways to get the Blackstone to our hand. So he's playing a Photon deck. I'm always kind of like bewildered by these because I don't really know how they work. Excuse me. So he's got his Guardian of Order, and now he has a Photon Galaxy Eyes. Well, alright. So this guy is going ham. We will drop our Gores on the 3k attack. So this is why you attack lowest first, guys. This is, let's be a lesson to you. He's going to be missing 2,500 points of damage on the board because he attacked that way. It's one of the earliest lessons a lot of people learn. think one of the people who plays a lot on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. I think it's, I want to say it's Silent Enigma. He always goes lowest to highest because of Gore's rules, which is true. So this is a Tachyon Dragon. So I gotta read what this card does, because I'm not sure. Once per battle phase, at the start of your battle phase, so not my battle phase, you can attach one material indicated with effects of all or face-up monsters in the field. The original attack. So each time effect resolves. So I'm not really sure why he did that, because I think I can just crash here. I guess I'll find out. Take a look at my graveyard. No darks. So I can put 2 darks in the graveyard, but not 3. Actually, I can put 3. Watch. Watch this. So we'll put a dark. Put another dark. Guess we'll just put one of these. That one normal. That 3rd dark in there. And get out of red ice. Special summon. I'm pretty sure this is an OTK. What is a trap from the hand? Oh fucking K. Let's read this. Is this one of the new cards? It might be. If you control a Galaxy-Eyes monster, negative action. If you shuffle a deck. If you control a Galaxy monster, you can activate this from your hand. Well, excuse me, princess. Well, I guess what we'll be doing is attempting to swing into this. And then just getting some flat damage. And just because we're cautious of what we're playing against, put that in defense mode, and get some tokens to back us up. I mean, we would have had game there if he didn't have the, whatever that was, spell speed 3 from his hand on my turn. So I guess that's why we're all testing stuff out. So we do have an effect veiler. If he decides to try to do anything too crazy, like, I'm going to assume I just want to stop this. I don't know what it does. I think it adds to the hand. Yeah, he can add a galaxy to his hand, so we'll just go ahead and stop that. He's going to end, and we are going to end him this turn. So, get back our black stone, normal our black stone. Shit. Okay, so remember how I said you couldn't use both effects per turn? This is why. If I just normal summoned this, we would have won. But I done messed up. So I can't use this effect the same turn I do the return thing. That was my bad, 100%. I wanted to do it with style rather than the proper way. So let's see if he makes me pay for it. I deserve anything that happens here. If I use his pop effect, I can attack. If you're wondering why I didn't do that, that was a huge mistake. It doesn't look like it's going to cost me. I guess we'll find out. I don't know what this deck really plays as far... Oh, well, we got game anyway, I believe. So we'll go ahead and pop back row. That's good that we did. Now we're going to get out a red ice. Now we're going to get out this. Now I could have just red ice fusion there, but whatever. I didn't. So still not game because I didn't red ice fusion there. But if I special summon or normal during the turn, I can't red ice fusion, so that still wouldn't have been game. Still would have been about 500 short. Yeah, that misplay. I deserved to lose, so I also didn't. Alright. That was a terrible game on our end, but we still won. So we're gonna forget that that last game happened. I'll show you my deck list. Again, this is literally my first time playing with the deck, so anything you saw there, that last game, I take full responsibility for it, but it's also 1:56 a.m., so we'll get better with the deck, I promise. And maybe you guys can test it out and let me know how you feel about the deck itself. So, you got 3 Blackstone Legend, 3 of the regular Red Eyes, 1 Meteor Dragon. This is actually just a throw-in last minute as a laugher. I was going through, what can I special summon with this card? And it was basically Red Eyes Black Dragon, the Black Skull Dragon, and Meteor Black Dragon. And I was like, okay, so I have a Red Eyes, I need to throw in a Meteor. And I looked at the Meteor Dragon, I was like, okay, it's normal, so it works with Dragon Shrine. Oh, and it's an Earth, so it works with Redox, why not? So I threw it in as a one-of. Switched Tempest to Redox, so I can, the off chance I get it in my hand at the same time, I can use the Monster Reborn effect. But you could obviously swap this out for any card that you're thinking you may want to use, be it a third Effect Veiler or a Maxi or something like that. But it was actually just in here for Wolves. 2 of the Gemini Red Eyes Lightning Lord. The reason we're not running the Gemini Red Eyes, I think it's called Red Eyes Flare Dragon, is because it is in fact a Gemini. And Geminis only count as normal monsters on the field and in the graveyard. So when you look at the requirements for this card, 1 level 6 Archfiend monster, that's this, and then 1 Red Eyes normal monster, which are these. The Red Eyes Fusion can fuse from the deck and from the hand. So if I'm not running these and I'm running the flares, that means I can only use this effect if I have the Red Eyes Flare on the field, which is not ideal. Obviously, the Blackstone Legend helps solve that problem a little bit, but I want to be able to make this guy from the deck. No problem at all. I mean, the Flare Dragon, actually let's look at it right now. It's not that great. Red Eyes, the Flare, where is it? It's this guy. Black Flare Dragon. His Gemini effect is at the end of the battle phase. When this card attacked or was attacked, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's original attack. So again, you have to Gemini summon it just to get that effect, and it's really, it's not that game-breaking. 2400 attack, burn damage isn't bad, but it's basically just a baby version of the Black Dragon Archfiend. Black Dragon Archfiend not only has a burn effect at the end of the battle step, but it also has an Armades effect. Just really powerful monster, 3200 attack. Comes out of nowhere with Red Eyes Fusion. So that's why we don't run this guy, because basically he'd have to be on the field to be able to be used as material for the Black Dragon Archfiend. There may be builds that are dedicated to the Geminis, both of these. The reason why it doesn't matter with this card is because if you look at the way this is worded, it just says 1 level 6 Archfiend monster, so it doesn't have to be a normal monster. So if it did, we could play the Summon Skull or the Beast of Talwar, but this guy fits the bill, and he has cohesion with the Blackstone of Legends, so we want to keep him in there. We can actually recycle him if we need to. We got the double Trigodias and the double Gores, battle phase stoppers. We need the protection, and they're what I chose to use. 1 Red Eyes, Darkest Battle, because what type of Dragon deck would it be without it? Just a couple Dragon Rulers, Blaster for his attack, and then Redox, he's got a big ass, and makes level 7 plays. Both will make level 7 plays with the Red Eyes Black Dragon, but also if I decide to pitch my little derp Meteor Dragon, I can resurrect something. Dark Arm Dragon probably won't be here much longer. Haven't seen much use of him. He's been, I mean, I guess that second to last game, he kind of came into play. Or was that the last game? It was the last game where he dropped the Spell Speed 3 from his hand. You saw him come into play. He ate it up. I guess. That sucked so bad. I was not expecting that. Double Effect Veiler. Again, we're not running Breakthrough Skills or Fiendish Chains, so we need some sort of effect negation. They want to bump it up to 3. 1 Eclipse Wyvern to support our Dark Dragon boss monsters. Obviously, you can send it off of the second part of Dragon Shrine. And 1 BLS, we do run the 3 lights, maybe 4. Maybe if I end up cutting the Dark Armed or the Meteor, I'll just get that third effect trailer in there. Triple Red Eyes Fusion summons out this guy. Send material from your hand, deck, or field, but you cannot normal or special summon in addition to that this turn. So that means even if you special summon before you try to play the fusion, you won't be able to play the fusion because you've already special summoned or normal summoned. So keep that in mind. Basically, it's to go for this guy on that turn. It's really nice when you have an established board already. Then you can drop this on top of it, but sometimes the play is just to go into him and swing away. So, really strong card. It can also be recycled back into the deck with the Blackstone Legend. Triple Dragon Shrine, setting up the graveyard. Devil Silver's Cry for our normal dragons. Triple MST, one Dragon's Mirror. We can make the first of the dragons with any of these guys right here. We can make a Black Dragon Archfiend from the graveyard if we really need to. Desperation late game. And we can make, obviously, this guy too. And Five-Headed Dragon, obviously, late game. All potential, just kind of a powered card late game. Really nice top deck. You're going to have your graveyard set up pretty much by the mid-game due to Dragon Shrine and just normal dragon plays. So keep that in mind. Just a fun tech card. You don't need it per se, but being able to drop, first of the dragons, a card that your opponent may not be ready for out of nowhere is really nice. Ragged Key, because we like to clear the field. I may actually play a one or two Dark Holes, because being able to Dark Hole, clear the field, Ragged Key, and then drop this guy on top of it, you're looking at like a 5k swing there every time. Same thing with Snatch Steal. Snatch Steal their monster. I believe you saw it. The guy quit before we actually got to do it. Snatch Steal, or just get rid of their monster and swing away. And again, 5k swings. Those are very impressive. Foolish Burial, set up graveyard. Allure, card I may cut. Haven't really drawn it enough to really say, but I haven't really needed it. Soul Charge, because we have Red Eyes and we can make level 7 plays out of the graveyard. 1-for-1, getting out the Blackstone Legend on call. And then Burial, if for whatever reason my opponent's running remove from graveyard stuff. I guess it can work, but it's mainly to recycle the Blaster and Redox food back in, the Dark Arm food, and the Dragon Mirror food back into the deck. Haven't really drawn this card either, so I can't say how great it is, but in theory it's alright. And then we play all these little synchro guys. We do run Effect Veiler. Sadly, Blackstone Legend's not a tuner, so that's the deck I'm currently running, guys. I'm sure it's going to be built 20 different ways. Probably builds that just basically want to use Inferno Fire Blast with this guy. I can understand it. It's cool. That's a cool first turn play, I'm not going to lie, but Inferno Fire Blast, terrible top deck. So I'm not going to really just play that card just because it's novelty. I mean, it sounds cool as hell, I admit, but I don't see any reason for it. But that's the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll talk to you next time.